Hey, this is Ricky Sun. I am Pi Consultant. In this video, I'm going to go through the 5 question 4.0 solution as a fever to prove it. So the first question is, what problem are you solving? And I have watched the Aviva Prove It session because they have a spot and I have bought their ticket so I can watch what is going on with Aviva Proving. And and what they said about what problem they are trying to solve is with the architecture they have, they are able to connect, right? Connect to the device in the manufacturer, collect the data, and then store the data into their different historian and analyze the data by creating calculations and push it back to their MQTT broker HiveMQ or unified namespace, and they are able to show dashboard, and they said I could do publish the data to different cloud provider. So it's a very full solutions. It's a If you go for a fever, you would not be able to see things that they don't have. That's how I understand it, right? And so pretty good, right? Good, pretty good. And how did they solve it? That's the next question. How do they do it? And basically, how do they do it? I think in the last session I talked about their architecture. They install different component inside, and then they are able to separate on-prem as well as the cloud, right? Sometimes you have provider that is only on-prem, or it only do the cloud, right? It doesn't do both, right? However, do both, right? So how do they do it? They basically say I could collect um, collect the data, analyze the data, generate reports, push the data to the cloud. So what else do you need? So this is how they do it, and they also showcase they could utilize some fine pattern and then showcase the problem of a machine on a trend, saying, okay, there is a high probability this machine is going to fail at this time. So they just showcase that in the dashboard, and um, and they this is how they do it. They utilize all the software that they have from Aviva and then showcase, okay, this is how we do it. And how long does it take? This one is pretty interesting. So what he said is they hire 2 person within Aviva, and they both take 10 weeks. So one take care of the on-prem problems, right? They collect the data from on-prem historian in the bottom side, and the other one take care of the cloud side. So they either collect the data from directly from the uh, MQTT broker to connect, or they could do many other things, right? From the Aviva historian. So on-prem and the cloud, and they both take 10 weeks. I'm not sure they said it's part-time or full-time, and I would just assume when they said 10 weeks with Aviva software experience, but without the manufacturer experience, they are able to do that within 10 weeks. And how much of this does this solution cost? Right, this full like connect, Aviva historian, different connectors, collecting data, getting reports, and all that, right? How much does it do? How much is it cost? they said is $250 with per month. So $250 per user per month, and then you can get everything that they show you, and then all these software, join them together, $250 per month. So I think it's a simple pricing model, right? You don't have to. I think it's very good too. Like if you just start, like if you just start with like just couple users, and then you won't go crazy. Your pricing won't go crazy. Um, Good pricing model, I think, is a subscription model because you you go by month, right? So and versus in the past with the Pi system, you are buying tag base and piece per perpetual license, meaning you own the Pi server, and then if something happen, you don't have to renew, right? You still own the data even you don't renew. But if you don't renew, I think you are gonna lose your data from Connect or the Aviva Historia, because you have to renew in order to keep your data accessible, right? So I think it's a very good pricing model, $250 per user per month for a startup project, like a pilot project with 5 people. It's like just a couple $1,000, and then you will be able to go for 1 year. Yeah, good. And the fifth question they ask is, what's the alternative? Like what is the next best alternative? From a FIFA point of view, in this case, they said you could utilize different vendor, right? Different software, and then join them together. Will still be able to achieve the same result, right? Depends on what you need. Or you can go for Aviva, right? Aviva have everything in one place. Then you don't have to know. Maybe you don't have to call tech support for multiple vendor, because Aviva has better tech support. They have 24/7 tech support, right? I think it's depends on what pricing model you buy. They have priority, but if you go for other smaller provider, then their tech support won't be that. Uh, the surveys of the support won't be the same compared to streamline of Aviva products, right? So that's how I think of it. And I don't know if you are in the previous session. If you like to share your thought, go ahead. And I thank you for your watch time, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Next video I'll talk about, if it is Pi system, then how do we prove it. So that's my thought. Thank you.